Hello guys and welcome to a new time trial video. This time we are once again here in Australia, but this time we are here in the wet conditions, as I thought I'd do some wet time trial videos as well. The exit here out of the last turn was not the best, so we lost a little bit of time there, but not too much. For turn number 1 and 2 you want to brake just before you hit that 100-meter board. Be very smooth on throttle and also on braking and steering, especially when you drive without ABS, as I'm doing here right now. For turn number 3 you want to brake just after the 100-meter board. Locking up here is quite easy, so you need to look out for that. Turn number 4, don't hit that curb on the inside. Very patient on the throttle there, as you can spin around quite easily. For turn number 5 you want to get a little bit over the curb, but not too much, and once again you need to be really patient here. First sector was quite good, 1.5 tenths up, lost a little bit of time, but it's totally fine. For turn number 8 we want to go flat out, and then for turn number 9 and 10 you can once again lock up quite easily. I took it quite nice, I think, but I still think that I am losing quite a bit of time in this section, maybe 1 or even 2 tenths. For the fast left right chicane of turns 11 and 12 you want to brake down to 5th gear and want to get on the power as early as you can after you hit turn number 12. And then for the last part of the lap, turn number 13, you want to brake just after the 100-meter board down into 3rd gear. Lost a little bit of time here as well. Turn number 14 is also very difficult, as the accelerating could be quite dangerous. For turn number 15, once again, braking is quite difficult. You can lock up quite easy. I lost some time there as well. And for the last turn, you want to short shift up into 4th gear and then accelerate once again to the line, and we come across the line for 1 minute 36.744, which overall puts me then into P28. I'm quite happy with my lap time, even though I could have gained like, I don't know, 3-4 tenths more on that lap time. P1 is still quite far away, over a second. I don't think that I can reach that lap time without practicing like a couple of hours more, but I really didn't have the time to do that one there. Coming then to the setup for first part aerodynamics, you want to go for 510. Comparing this with my dry setup, this is only more rear wing aero, as we do need a little bit of more downforce in wet weather conditions. So yeah, no real big changes, just a little bit more rear wing. I had 5.6 on my dry setup, and then we will move on to 5.10 here. Coming then to transmission, we drive with 65% and 60%. 65% is the main thing I'm doing in dry weather as well. 60% I'm normally driving with 80%. I tried it, do it the other way around, so doing like going like to a more locked setup, but I felt like that when I'm going more to the left side, that actually feels better. I was expecting that it would be better with my more locked setup, but actually it was better with unlocked setup. For suspension geometry we actually go a little bit different. So for front and rear camber we go the same, front toe as well, but rear toe we actually go a little bit onto the right side. This really was a mistake. I wanted to go completely to the left, but I don't think that this really affects me, so you can do that as well. Just giving you a little bit more aerodynamic stability. Suspension is a little bit more towards the right hand side overall, 9.7, 4.9, 11, 11. This basically gives me more aerodynamic stability than more straight line speed. And as I said in the red, you definitely need more stability, especially in cornering, also throughout long corners. Traction is quite important. For brakes we go for 80% and 56%. A little bit less brake pressure, as you can lock up in the wet weather quite easy. So I decided to go a little bit further to the left side. Front brake bias as well, going a little bit further to the left side. And for the last thing, for the tires, we will go completely to the left side on both. That means that we get a little bit more traction, and also it just generally helps us in these wet weather conditions. But if we compare that to a dry setup, you want to go definitely more to the right side. So otherwise you will have some problems in the race, as you will have quite a lack of straight line speed there. But yeah, that's the end of this time trial video, my first time trial video in the wet weather conditions. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like the video, and I see you guys next time.